Welcome back to Nerd Thug Radio. I'm Joey Savage.
Beep, boop, beep, beep. I am a robot.
And that guy.
And I'm the meatbag.
That guy. We're in the middle of the weekly top 3 this week. As always, check us out at facebook.com/Nerd Thug Radio. The podcast is going to drop tomorrow. You can go to iTunes and Google Play Music and subscribe. Also, leave us a review. That'd be very nice of you. Or YouTube. You can subscribe there as well and comment on the videos. But let's get back to the weekly top 3 this week in honor of Zach being here with me today. We're doing our favorite robots, androids, AI, cyborgs. Just kidding, no cyborgs.
Do that.
That'd have blown Zach's mind. Yeah. So we just got Colt. You did your number 3, which was TK100.
Oh yeah, it was no. It was
T1000.
T1000.
Oh yeah, the number 3 was T1000.
And your number 2 was
the Nestor Class 5.
Okay. And then
and then I had Deckard for number 3.
And I had the Cylons from Battlestar Galactica. So let's jump right in.
My number 2 is Marvin, the paranoid android from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yes, and that was supposed to be my number
incredible.
3, and you got mad. But Alan Rickman really does a good job.
This is one of those rare times where I got as much enjoyment from reading him in the books as I did hearing Alan Rickman do his voice in the new movie.
Let's hear Alan Rickman right now.
Yeah.
Take you up to the bridge. Please yourselves. Here I am, brain the size of a planet.
That's often how I feel. I really identified with Marvin.
I'm more like, I have a head the size of a planet.
I have a brain the size of a planet, and I'm constantly getting dragged into dumb stuff.
Yeah,
you know
you're
that
welcome.
that
You're
part
welcome.
in I was like book 4 where he's stranded in this alien ship and he has nothing but time and he solves all of the universe's problems and he's
Right.
still bored.
Right, and he gets his foot stuck in a bucket.
I just like his name.
I really like Marvin because like I thought like when they gave him like it was really funny to read a robot that's depressed, like
Yeah, right.
overwhelmingly depressed, while at the same time knowing he's better than everyone. And like then the abject cruelty of giving him emotional circuits and not getting them fixed, so he was depressed. Like it's so weird. And I thought it was just hilarious
right,
the
'cause
first time I read
most robots are either emotionless,
Right.
or they want to take over the world.
Right.
And then you find a depressed one.
Right. It's
which
just
is
it was
great.
just so weird. Like, and when I read it in high school, like I'd already been pretty well exposed to other robots and other different things.
Yeah.
You know, so I was like, this is messed up. And then obviously Alan Rickman just killed it.
Oh man.
Like-
his performance became the default voice for when I like listened to the books.
Oh yeah, like yeah. When I read the books now, I can't not. Yeah,
I love Alan
Yeah.
Rickman.
I-
that was
God rest his
weird
soul.
watching the movie and then a few years later picking up the book and reading it for the first time. It's a weird book.
yeah.
So
it is
it's
a
a
real
very
weird
weird
book.
book.
All right, Joseph.
My number 2 is Ultron from the Marvel
Oh
universe.
man, that was on my
That's a good
short
one.
list.
I
What a good
love me some
villain.
Ultron, right? Because you're very clear of what he's going to do, and he is insane.
Yeah, he is a good
He's
villain.
insanely good.
And even though they stop him, and then he just comes back.
Yeah,
And
he
he
is
finds a way to make it back.
I think that really scary part about it is how every single Ultron unit is Ultron. And so
Right.
that part where Tony's about to blast Ultron, he's like, I'm already there.
That's
Yeah.
a weird thing to wrap your head around. Too.
Right.
Like, yeah.
I think
Like, have you seen the
that's a thing that should be explored more in science fiction.
have you seen the cartoon Young Avenger movie?
No.
Oh my goodness! So there's this movie Young Avengers, right?
Yeah, I've
and
seen it.
Have you seen it? So basically,
No, I've seen the.
So
I've seen it on
Ultron
Netflix.
has taken over the world.
Yeah.
And so like all of the heroes are dead. So this is like their kids that like I think Tony Stark saves like some of them. It's like Captain America's son. It's like Captain America, Black Widow's kid.
What?
Like Wasp kid.
Is this canon?
I mean Marvel did it, so I guess in some sense, in some universe it is.
Oh yeah, Marvel does that weird.
Yeah,
catch-all,
and so,
like,
like-
this is Earth 616A.
Yeah, so then they have, with the help of like an aging old Hulk with like Santa Claus beard, they have to stop Ultron.
That's pretty dope.
Like just Ultron. Have you read the
He's terrifying.
have you read the recent Age of Ultron?
What, the comic?
Yeah, the miniseries.
I played
It's
the
like-
HeroClix series and it was terrible.
It was like that wasn't after the
Are
the
you,
newest
are you
one.
talking about the original storyline or did
No,
they
no.
do a new one?
They did a new one about 4 years ago now. It was like a 12-issue miniseries. It
Now
was
what-
like
That wasn't during Secret Wars, was it?
no, this is way before then.
No, because that was Zombies versus Ultron.
Yeah, that was different. But yeah, it was called Age of Ultron. It was like a 12-issue series. It was insane. Like it was one of the better Ultron stories. Those 12.
What year did it come out?
What are we in? 2017. So this is probably 2013. I would say maybe 2012. Yeah, probably 2012. I would think. Maybe 2013. One of those two.
Okay.
What does it
I
say
know
over
what you're
there?
Talking about now. Yeah, number 1 came out on September 2nd, 2013.
Yeah. It was like a 12 or 13 issue miniseries. And they're having to like time travel and like go all over the place to stop Ultron. Just trying to stop him in general is insane.
I really like Ultron as a villain.
He's so good.
Like, because he's developed, but
Right.
like it's in a weird kind of one-dimensional way almost. Like he's so bent on world domination that it almost seems like it's not character development, but he's a weird character.
The only
and
way
I
for
really
the world,
dig it.
the only way for the world to survive is to eliminate humanity.
That's true.
And so that's his mission. Eliminate humanity.
You think the species after humanity will just be people
don't know.
uploaded into machines?
Maybe.
Maybe Ultron's right.
What a weird thing to think.
Yeah, so why don't you go in with your number 1?
Yeah, let's hear your number 1.
Yeah.
My number 1 is TARS from Interstellar.
Okay.
You want to talk about?
Me either. I don't know
You've
what
never
you're
seen
talking about.
Interstellar?
No, I'm out.
Is that the one where like they go to that planet with water up to their ankles?
Yeah.
Is that the one where Jodie Foster time travels back in time?
No, it's Matthew
No.
McConaughey.
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey goes to like the fifth
And then he gets
dimension,
trapped in that
He knocks
bookcase?
down the
No.
bookcase that he himself sees.
I didn't even know there was a robot in that movie.
Yeah, it's the big black, like it's the monolithic robot that helps him around. He's like, TARS, decrease your sarcasm to like 90%.
Yeah.
That dude.
That was a good bit.
Okay, what the really cool part was, so seeing the movie in the
Getting so
theaters.
excited.
He is a
Oh yeah, seeing the movie in the theaters.
More excitement from him than Nico in 50 episodes.
About
TARS?
such a dumb thing.
Right?
TARS was I kind of thought TARS was a bit of a scary character because during this whole time
Scary.
I was expecting him to go rogue and turn on the crew.
To pull a Hal.
Yeah, but he never did. And I think that little reversal of expectations really went a long way in the storytelling of his character.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That was a good bit in that movie. I didn't like that movie a lot, but I did like the interactions they had with the robot.
Yeah, that was one of those very few movies where you have to go see it in the theater or IMAX, or it's just not the same.
It was weird. It was convoluted too.
Zach,
I didn't dislike it though.
What's your number 1?
My number 1 is Bender.
I knew this. I
Yes.
called it from a long time ago.
I picked Bender, and man, I struggled with it because like it's such a gimme, right? But like in terms of like making,
But
me,
he's your favorite.
making me laugh and like consistently making me laugh. I think the episode where Bender becomes the god to that group of aliens,
Yeah, that's
like
great.
that is one of the best written episodes of TV I've ever seen. Like where they have these big existential discussions when he's talking to whatever that god or star cluster is, but like they root it in such comedy. They go, yeah, I was God for a while. Yeah, I saw that. You didn't do a very good job of it. And like he's just consistently funny and all over the place, like as a human. And like I like even the fact that they call attention to the things he does that make no sense. Like when they're brewing beer, or no, there's an episode where they're sitting on the sofa watching TV, getting drunk, him and Fry.
Yeah.
And Leela walks in. She goes, "You've had so much beer, your door doesn't even close," and that doesn't make any sense. Like the whole thing is just really, really funny. I really like Bender, and I like his interactions. And like, I don't know, and it's crude. A lot of it's like crude, just throwaway humor. But then some of it's really funny and thought provoking. And like, I think it kind of turns a normal robot human interaction kind of on its head a little bit.
Part of it does go into fleshing out, and that Bender does have a characteristic, and that he is literally a functioning alcoholic, and he is slightly
And he's a robot.
racist, and he's completely degenerate.
And he's a robot.
But
He's
he
an
has character
alcoholic
growth,
robot.
which is a weird thing, right? Because in the beginning of the series, he has no friends. He doesn't interact. He's very much like Fry, but just like him and Fry, just like Fry grows a little bit as a person, like Bender becomes a much more well-rounded character. Like he grows and like starts to care about Fry, and like it's weird, man. Bender's
good
a
character.
weird, good, funny character.
I'm not a huge fan of Futurama. Like I watch it, but I mean, I don't invest as much as you have.
I dig it.
But Bender is my favorite character from that show.
It's
That
one of those
episode-
shows that's worth watching in
Hands
its
down.
entirety.
that
Hands down.
episode where he becomes God to those people. That's
That's
one
a
of
good
the
one.
best
That's a good
TV
one.
episodes I've ever seen.
I think that won an Emmy.
No way.
I won
Or
an Emmy.
it
There's
won
no
some
way.
award.
I won an Emmy once.
Yeah. So
Oh,
did
that'd be a good deal.
what was Suicide Squad?
They give them to anyone.
So Scott,
All right. So my number 1.
I got some nasty things to say about Suicide Squad.
My number 1. Anytime someone says the word robot, in my mind, I think Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Every time.
Man.
Just because me and Optimus Prime go back to me being like 4 years old. He's probably the first robot I ever recognized in the Transformers, and the leader of the Autobots.
I struggle with defining Optimus Prime as a robot.
But they're robots in disguise.
Here's why. Here's why I don't. And I promise you, not a single Transformer I even crossed my mind.
Really?
And I wasn't as big a fan of Transformers as you, but you think
Transformers.
it would have shown up like I would have considered it. But here's why. I consider a robot something that's built by a human.
Okay.
And so, like, I don't know that I even consider Optimus Prime like a real robot.
Because he was just born
it's a different thing. It's a mechanical form. I don't know. That's why.
But he's a robot in disguise.
Yeah, no, I get it. The tagline's good. You're good at reciting. That's good.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we're gonna do favorites. My number one's usually
get
a
it.
throwaway. I had my honorable mention. Have you seen Prometheus?
Yeah.
Michael Fassbender's character.
He's on my short list.
God, that guy is so good. Maybe it's just Michael Fassbender.
Is it Prometheus or what was the name of the sequel?
Alien Covenant?
Yeah, Covenant.
Covenant. It wasn't
Right.
called
Yeah,
Alien
yeah.
Covenant, right?
No, yeah, it was
Covenant.
Alien Covenant.
All great things come from small.
But like
beginnings.
the weird, and I haven't seen, I saw Prometheus, but I haven't seen the sequel.
I haven't either yet.
But I watched some YouTube clips because I read a lot of reviews of it, and like the weird sexual tension that he had with himself, and it like that was interesting and well done. I thought, but yeah,
Fassbender is just a great actor. Period.
yeah, he was on my short list.
He did that segment or that show movie really, really well.
Isn't that one where he plays two robots?
He plays himself,
Right.
Or plays one. Yeah, it's two robots. I haven't seen it, but
Me neither.
essentially he plays both.
All great
him
things
and
come
himself.
from small beginnings.
So weird. What a creep that guy is.
It was pretty awesome. Cole,
What?
we got 30 seconds. Do you have any honorable mentions you want to throw out there? Robot wise?
No.
Okay, cool.
Good.
Good. We're moving on.
You gave me more than 10 seconds. to
No,
come up
that's
with
all
a
you
list.
get. You get 10
Yeah,
seconds.
done.
We've given you more leeway than we've ever given Nico. You should be
Beep
thankful.
boop beep boop.
Zach's a
boop, beep,
robot.
boop. I'm a robot. I like robot
You could have gone like
things.
Daft Punk, Robot Rock. That's a great one. We should
They're
have
not
played
robots.
That.
I like
We
robots.
should have played that coming into this.
I like
Rock.
robot things.
Totally
Beep
should.
boop boop. I'm in Daft Punk. I wear a motorcycle helmet and think I'm a cool guy. Boop beep boop beep. Robot stuff.
There's our freestyle for the day. You're listening to Nerd Thug Radio. We're going to come back instead of the Nico segment. It'll be the Cult segment. Stay with us.
Be an utter delight.